Damn, Raya and Disney. Like, how can you make me cry so much? Raya and the Last Dragon is kind of like this story of my life, except for Raya overcomes her obstacles and has to come to them. Raya and the Last Dragon. It's on Disney Plus. It takes place in a realm known as Kumandra, where a warrior princess named Raya is determined to find the last dragon to rid her world of the Druid and regain all that she has lost. This movie was directed by Don Hall and Carlos Lopez Estrada, written by Ki Win and Adele Lim, who also wrote Crazy Rich Asians, but is not Dune Part 2 because they decided to pay double the male co-writer and tried to shortchange her. So good for you, Adele. You are winning at life. It is starring Kelly Marie Tran, Awkwafina, and Gemma Chan as Princess Raya, the dragon Sisu, and Namari, respectively. So let's head on over to our panel, and we're going to get their non-spoiler reactions of Raya and the Last Dragon. And let's start with Veronica. What aspects of the film resonated with you or upset you the most? And would you recommend Raya and the Last Dragon to our listeners?
Well, overall, I loved the movie because I did watch it 3 times. The first 2 sort of segmented, but the third time all the way through, I cried. I cried. And there were a lot of like strong female characters in there, but not only just strong, they were like diverse types of strength. And honestly, like, hello, Asians, whoop, whoop. But I do have one thing that I didn't like. I just felt like they could have done a better job at representing more diversity within that Asian diaspora. Such a catchphrase now, diaspora. But overall, I still like it. I mean, I'll watch it again and again.
Hey, and Leonard, what are your non-spoiler reactions?
I thought it was really good. It was well written. Obviously the pedigree of the people writing it is very solid, like Adele Lim from Crazy Rich Asians, Ki Win, who has a daytime Emmy for Peg and Cat, which is a show on PBS, which is very, very good if you have preschool children, which I do not. But I'm also writing for a preschool show right now, so I'm very appreciative of a lot of preschool TV shows, because I've had to watch a lot of them, and that's a good one. And so, the writing's super solid. I generally don't like it when they start with voiceovers and stuff, but it worked well here. It was set up really nice because you would think Namari was the villain, but it's not really. Like, it's trust issues is the villain, which is why Vong is so sad about this movie. Like, this is my life. But it was well done, because the thing is, it's hard. It's hard when the villain is not like an external thing, like a Hans Gruber, where it's like, sure, you know what you're fighting against, right? Like, and obviously, there was that, not the personification, I guess, the monstrous anthropomorphization. That's not even the right word. I'm a writer, I swear to God, but I know words. What was the name of the purple stuff?
Druids.
Yeah, so that represented distrust and whatever. It was about cultures coming together, which I think is very relevant these days. And they didn't do it. They earned it. They earned the ending. Because it's really hard when you're writing villains that are intangible. Because in order to get that payoff to work, it requires a very deft hand. It requires a lot of very good and subtle setups. And they did it. So I too cried, which is
wow.
Which is the thing. I teared up a little bit, which is actually super fun because I watched the whole movie in VR. I put on a VR headset and I was sitting in a massive theater. So I watched it on a big screen, it felt like. And then when you're in VR with the goggles, like when the tears come down, it just kind of pools underneath. And I was like, that's not good. I'm ruining my headset. But
oh wow! So that's three out of 3 Asians crying. So if we had a rating system with emojis, it'd be 3 crying Asians. Can't be wrong.
Yeah.